Hello everyone, welcome to the PowerShell lab, and today we study on the new topic, and the new topic is how to write a script into the PowerShell. That is important, how we can learn the program writing or script writing into the PowerShell. So first of all, we should know about how we can write any simple or basic script into the PowerShell. So here, this is the hash symbol. Hash symbol, we can write a comment. Example here, try to print, suppose student name and his class and maybe any roll number. Okay, so that means this line will be not executed. So here, this is actually task. So you can write your task with the help of comments. This is called the single line comments. Okay, now there is one more. How we can write a multi-line comments. So multi-line comments, you can use these two brackets. Okay, less than or is greater than. So before is less than, you can write this hash symbol, and this is greater than, and before this greater than you can write this symbol. Okay, so here you can write a multiple line comments here like this. Now can you notice here? Okay, so here you can write a PowerShell script and do enter. Now can you notice here? That means in this area I can easily write a comments. So write a PowerShell script to print student information, okay, such as name, roll number, class, city, country, and some more information. So guys, this is the basically comment. So first of all, we are able to write the comments. That means what we want to do. Next here, you can write here in between two invited commas here, the student name, example David here. This is the student name. We can just assume it. You can write your name, your class, and your roll number. Here, student suppose from BS, okay? And here, you can write your roll number, example 4, 5, 6, or any number you can give. So can you write here? That means I am able to write the student information easily. Okay. So now the next task is to be save this script file. Now please notice here. This is actually how to say, this is the PowerShell ISE editor where I'm right now working. So you should know how we can open it. I can also write in the comment here. So how we can open it, this editor. So from the window, from the laptop, in the window you can press win+R. So when you press the window R button, so left bottom side, you will see the run dialog box. Okay, and in the run console you will type a PowerShell ISE, and you know what is ISE? ISE is a integrated scripting environment. So right now you are looking, it is a scripting environment. So left side, this is a blue color, that there you can see the output, and this is here white. This area where I'm writing right now, this is a notepad, simply notepad of the Microsoft, where you can write your program, your script to manage the system. Right, and this is the area you can see, you can split very easily. So if you want this structure, example notepad, you want to upside and you want to see the blue screen, that is the output window. Okay, it is the downside. Okay, So this way you can do that. And there are some more options. If you want to save it, for saving it, you can use this button here. Okay, so after click on here, it will take you to save the script. Okay, so please remember, you have to save the script under this folder. Which folder? This folder which I created here. Okay, the lab 07. Okay, so one option is you can click here. Another option is press the Control S button. Control S button, the same will help us to save the file. So now you will save the file with any name. Example, my first script, and you can give the name example first, and give the name first dot ps1. You can give the any name, but extension should be ps1. ps1 means to say PowerShell script. Okay, and it should be saved somewhere here, and you can see the name is changed. This is a first.ps1. Okay, that means it is telling us the path where it is stored. You can see. Okay, and I wanted to check in the PowerShell get child item. Please notice here, this is my first script. Can you see? This is my script name. After dot, there should be ps1. ps1, this is the extension of the PowerShell file. So my script is ready. Okay, now I can see it is saved actually. Now I want to print it. So how I can print it? Just call it. Just call the script here. Okay, and when you press enter, you will see the result will be printed here. So result you can see in this blue window. The blue window will show you your output of your program and your script. And this right window, this is a notepad, simply notepad. Okay, so guys, this way you can easily make a script in the PowerShell. So this is the very first script. And one more thing we should also know, because we have some permissions. Okay, so in the PowerShell, the Microsoft also gave us the command cmd let get execution policy. So please check it here. Before executing the script, you should also be confirmed what is your execution policy. Okay, so there are a couple of execution policies. Example, restricted, AllSigned, remote, or unrestricted, or bypass as well. So unrestricted, that means is very easy. All the script can be executed without any warning. That is downloaded from the internet as well. Okay, that means you can. Okay, now if you want to change this execution policy, so here, but I wanted to show you first here, get execution policy and list. So please see, this is the scope actually. Left column will give the scope, and the policy name you can see on the right side. Okay, so right now we have a undefined, 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 and here unrestricted. So this is the current user. There are a lot of user example, machine policy, user policy, processes, and the local machine and current user. So right now we're discussing about the current user, because current user where right now you are logged in. Okay, and now I wanted to change my policy. How I can change the policy? Set execution policy. So after set execution policy, what we can do usually, let's say restricted. Please type a RE and press the tab button. After tab button, you will see automatic, the system will give you the policy. Okay, and then after hyphen. Scope means to say where you want to apply this policy. So this is a scope, left column I show you. Okay, and let's see, we are working about the current user. In your computer you can have many user, so right now I'm talking about the current user. So scope for the current user. Okay, so scope for the current user, that's all. Now what happens here, what scope I have set it, this is the remote side. Now it will take your permission, example, yes to all, yes or no. So you have to do yes, click on the yes or yes to all, and check out the get execution policy. Can you see? Previously it was unrestricted and now it is a remote signed. So I told you unrestricted is a completely warning free. Okay, but restricted mean to say remote signed actually. So remote signed script download from the internet must be signed by, okay, must be signed by the some signatures because it is secure here. Okay, so you see here this is a remote signed. Okay, and if you want to, in that case, script is running. Okay, so this is for actually the script which you can download from internet. Okay, so that's why it is for the security purpose. And now let's try to do one more. Now I wanted to do restricted here. So if I do the restricted, you will see here now it is restricted. So if in my computer, if I can see the get execution policy is restricted, then I'm sure I'm not able to execute my program, my script. That means I have no permission. No script can be executed at all. Okay. So there are more. You can see example restricted, all signed, remote signed, unrestricted, something like that. Okay. And which is a totally free, I think bypass is also here. So let's try to do the bypass. So bypass is a completely warning or restrictions. Okay. So now you will see it is a bypass. After bypass, I can also do that. So this is your choice, but most of the time, the Microsoft suggests you should use the remote signed. Okay, because if some script you wanted to download from internet and it can harm your computer. Okay, that's why it is important to use a remote sign. But for the normal script which you are writing, bypass is okay. So guys, this way you can understand the policies or execution policy, how to execute the script. Okay, otherwise you cannot do that the script execution. Okay, now I hope you can get it. So this is the execution policies, and now let's try to execute the script here. So here you see in your notepad here, usually we also use a write host here. Okay, so after write host you can also write a complete string. Example, the name of student is David. Okay, and if you want to copy the script line, your program line, select it with the mouse very easily. Okay, or shift right or left arrow and paste here, control V. Okay, can you see how it is easy? Control V can paste. This is very simple scripting. Okay, and now the class of student, that means where the student is enrolled, I think BS. Okay, and what is the enrollment number, that is roll number of a student is, you can give any example 4 5 6. This is the same way. So can you notice here? So if you can directly use this one. Okay, so please have a look here. If I copy from here and I paste here, it is also good. So this is the same, whatever you can execute here, this is whole the system actually, it will be also executed here. But notepad or editor can give the flexibility to write your script. Okay, so this way we can use that. Now if you execute, you call your script, now can you see output is same like this. Okay, so first it is printing in the next line if you use such a way, right? So you can also use a write host. Write host is a cmdlet which can print any string, constant string here. Okay, you can also do that here. Can you see? I can also print it here. So right now I'm using in the scripting way. Okay, so here you can also see, but you can also give a blank line with a simple write host. But remember, every time whenever you are writing your script, don't forget, after even a single line or single character, single word, don't forget to save the file, save the script, Control S, or maybe this button here. Then you can see the recent result of your script. Can you see right now? That means I can embed the blank line. So that means if you use a simply write host, it can embed the blank line. After it, this is the blank line, then I can print the next line of code very easily into the PowerShell. So guys, I hope you can get it. And here in the top, you can write a clear host. Clear host is a like a which will clear your screen. So now you will see here, if I execute now, you will see. So first of all, this command will be executed. Okay, so that means all the screen will be cleared. Then you can see your result. Okay, so clear host you can use on the very first line, that is the top line. Okay, but this is not a mandatory, it is a optional. Okay, so if you don't want to use a clear host, then you will see what will happen. Every time you will see the output, but the previous results you can also see on the screen. Okay, but if you use a clear host in the beginning, what will happen? It will be displayed after clear your screen. The result will be there after clear the screen. Okay, so guys, this way you can use it. Okay, now let's try to use example. Next task you can see, because this is a scripting language, create some files. Okay, you want to create some file in the system, and you can create a Word file, Excel, or let's see, comma separated file, and a zip file, whatever file you can create very easily. So here we have a new item. Okay, new item can help us to create any file. Example 123.docx. Okay, that means it is a Word file. Okay, and here you can create one more file. Example 456 CSV file, that is comma separated file, and okay, this is the source Excel file. Okay, so this way you can create a file very easily, and here you can write your string. Here example, this is a MS Word file has been created successfully, something like that. Okay, so now you can copy this line and you can paste here, and you can paste here. Can you see how it is easy to write a script program for a system level into the Microsoft PowerShell? Here this is the CSV file, and this is the Excel file, I think, right? Okay, let's try to execute. Let's see what happens in the system if you call the script. Okay, if you do enter, so you'll see your result in the system. So what happens? First of all, it created the Word file. What is the Word file name? This one. Now second time it will create a comma separated file. The name is this 456. Okay, and the last file is created Excel successfully. Okay, so guys, this way you can create a n number of files very easily. So you have no right to give the any command first. Next time when you can give this script to anybody, if they will use it, it will create some files in the system very easily. And let's try to do a little bit more example. Remove item. Remove item to we can use for remove some files. Okay, now can you see I'm going to remove the file which just I created. Okay, so when you give a GCA mean to say get child item, you will see we have only one file. Okay, now what I wanted to do example here, I wanted to write in my script just for this example, remove item, which item you want to remove, example this file, which file, word file, you want to remove 123. Okay, what is the name of 123? But it is not in the system right now, so what we can do, docx. Okay, but it is not in the system right now because you can see the system is clear. Okay, the system is clear. We have only first file. Now what will happen, the sequentially serial wise the clear host will be executed, new item will be executed, it will create the file first, then this file will be created, comma separated file, and the Excel file will be created. And in the last, what will happen, after creating only one file will be removed. Which file will be removed? Here word file, right? Word file has been removed. Okay, so has been deleted or removed. Okay, removed. And let's see what happens with this script. Okay, one more I want to tell you. So if you want to execute, you can call it here. Okay, if you don't want to call it here, here you can see some button here. Okay, example, this is a play button. Can you see it is showing run the script, or you can press the F5 function key from the keyboard. Okay, press it here, it is executed. Okay, now can you see here files, first file is created, second file is created, and third file is created. In the last, which file is removed? Only word file is removed, okay, from my system. So now if you give the GCA, so only two files which we created is in the system with the script as well. So total I have three files. So 123 doc file is created, immediately it was removed. Okay, I hope guys you can get it. So this is the way you can create some system type of a program which can manage your system or handle your system. It is only simple script for the file creation and deletion. Okay, so you can do such a script very easily into the system PowerShell. Okay, and one more. There is one more button here, example selection execution, very nice, which I like in the PowerShell editor here right now. So example here, if I selected these three lines, can you see right now I have selected three lines. Now I want to execute only these three lines. I don't want to execute last lines. So what happens? So example, I can select first three lines. So can you see this button here? This is F8, or that's called the selective execution, run selection. Okay, so you can press the F8. So what will happen? Only three lines has executed. First line is a clear host, second line give the command new item 123, and third line is printing. So can you see it is mentioned in front of you that I am able to execute selection based of the code line. Okay, this is the way. And next, if I wanted to use that one here, last two, now what will happen? So I wanted to execute select. So what happens? What first I selected this remove item, that means it will remove the line. Okay, which not line, remove the file, this 123 file, it is removed, and then after the next constant string line is printed here. Okay, So guys, this is the basically the PowerShell scripting way. You can easily write a PowerShell program in the scripts form. Now, in the last, I wanted to uh, just review what we had in the session today. So please see here, we just understood how to write a simple program in the PowerShell. So first of all, press a window R, go to the run dialog box, PowerShell ISE. So you can see this type of editor, okay? And then we have created the student information script. And if you want to save the script, Control S, or you can click on this button, okay? Save the script. And you have to give the script name always with the .ps1, okay, ps1. This is extension of the script. If you want to execute F5 button will execute your whole line of script, okay. And F8 button, that is the selective execution which I showed recently. And if you want to open a new file, you can click here, or maybe you can press the Control N. Can you see the blank editor will open for your new script? Okay, so here you please notice, and now single line command I show you, simple hash will help me. Multi-line commands, less than and hash start, and hash and is greater than, this is the end. Okay, this is the way. And important is the execution policy. I show you that execution policy, get execution policy, if you want to check out the current execution policy. If it is a restricted, you cannot execute it. So please go with the set execution policy. So I put it here, some policies here. This is a simple definition you can find on the internet very easily. So restricted mean to say no script can be executed. Most of the time you can find this message. In that case, you cannot execute your program. So that means you have to set maybe bypass or maybe remote signed. Okay. So you can also use a AllSigned. Okay. But it will be only by the trusted publisher can be executed. So better you should use a remote signed or maybe bypass. In the last, we just make a simple script that you created some file like a Excel, doc file and CSV file, and then we try to remove only one. So guys, I hope you can do the practice very easily, and it was I think the basic how to write the script in the PowerShell. And next time I will do some more practice with the PowerShell topic in the scripting way. Okay, so thank you very much. Till then, please take care and see you in my next lab. Thank you. Bye bye.